Smith are inviting pressure, and they're in here. Nakati! What a roar from the Mariners! The comeback kings can be doing it again. It's flipped on towards the back post and turned in. Maguire Drew was there, and he might just have got the goal that sends Grimsby back to the Football League. Cropper does get great distance on it as expected. They've done it. What a ball! It's Mariners mayhem.
Welcome to the first ever episode of Three Fish on the Shirt, featuring myself, Dave Dixon, and my guest, Steve Risley. Today we look back on the 1-0 defeat in the first game of the season at Fleetwood Town, and we look forward to a long season, another 45 matches to go. Come on, up the Mariners. Just want to welcome Steve Risley to the Three Fish podcast after the first game against Fleetwood, a disappointing defeat. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, David.
How are you? You keeping well?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, I'm finally managed to get the match on the now Sky app eventually.
That was a trial in its own right, wasn't it? The new Sky Plus app.
Yeah, you could tell it was a trial. What they were doing, it's not been done before, has it? All these streams. Yeah, so
paid for service with the feel of a dodgy stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's some ironing out of that to do by the looks of it. But I think we all got there.
I think it was going off because I spoke to Andy Dodge and he phoned me and his was going off the same time as mine and yours. So it was definitely a common thing, like not your own problem. I
was filtering it on Twitter and watching people's response to it, and the same thing seemed to be happening everywhere else. So I don't think it was just us, but we got to see it nonetheless. The picture was better than what the radio gives you, which is something.
It was actually not a bad picture. It was. I lost the sound at the start, but that came back, and then it was. It was all right. Yeah, it was quite good to see. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I was actually on the radio. I had a radio next to me because I didn't have the sound, and it was about a minute ahead. Yeah. So that was no good.
Well, you've done that to me before when I've been watching abroad, and you've gone, great goal, or bloody hell, and next thing you know, oh thanks mate, I'm 2 minutes behind.
Yeah.
For the trials and tribulations of live versus stream. Anyway. To the match, great following this afternoon. Good 1,000 Town fans there by the looks of it, and they were all optimistic, like we all are at the start of a season.
Yeah, I know. There was 1,100 fans there. Unbelievable, really. That amount of fans at the start of League Two. It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
All blinded by that early season optimism.
Yeah, I honestly think we're going to be all right this season, but we're going to have to. Get some more shots on target. We didn't get in the box at all, hardly at all today.
Well, I think probably we started well. I mean, we did get in the box a couple of times in the first 2 minutes, which is probably why you've forgotten about it. But we did. Vernon got forward in the first minute and hit the side net, much to his own disgust. And JDS, we've told him we will refer to him as JDS when we met him. So I don't think we can be criticised for nicknaming him that. Had a great opportunity as well and spurned it. So what did you make of those two chances?
I thought he should have hit one chance when he got injured, his injury, if he could have hit that first time. I thought he sort of tried to bring it down and then shoot, but I think he got a tap. I think it's his metatarsal by the sound of it.
Yeah,
he's injured.
I looked at that and I thought it didn't look like there was any contact on him. But maybe that was because it was a downward sort of stamp.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like a foul, but clearly he got caught.
But I think it's what David Artell, he said in his interview. He said that the players, they do it in training, they're scoring, but they look a bit nervous and apprehensive.
I wrote that down during the game. Made a few notes of bits and bobs, and I think one of the things that I wrote down was that we were snatching at chances when we did have a chance.
Yeah,
it looked like it was, oh my God, I've got a chance, I've got to score.
Yeah. And that's exactly what David Artell said, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
oh God, I'm through and goal. Oh, yeah. Even Vernon. Vernon had
just
a couple of chances.
I picked out a few of his comments after the game. David Artell: take a chance, be more ruthless. We're here to win, and there's a bit of apprehension, and we need belief. And he talked about that kind of I'm in, and then panic sort of feeling.
Yeah,
you can almost see from the players.
Yeah. I mean, he'll see it in training, won't he? You'll see him score in training, put it away without thinking. But then the pressure of a game, innit? And that you could see that the pressure of the actual game and trying to get in. They've got in good positions a couple of times. Vernon and JDS, but they just didn't look quite on it. That's how injuries happen. To be honest, if you a bit sort of tentative.
Yeah.
In shooting and all that, and you sort of pull your foot back, or instead of, that's when you get injured.
Yeah, I think it's kind of as you brought up from a boy, you tackle hard, tackle firm, and you get less injuries. And I think that may be the case today. What did you make of George McEachran? Because I thought he had a decent game.
Yeah, he had a good game. I thought he could have got on the ball a bit more, but I thought him and Curry had a decent game. He's got quite strong.
He does look strong for a young lad.
He's only 20, but he don't take any prisoners. And I think he got a booking at the end, didn't he?
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I think the bar for a yellow card today was quite low for us and a bit higher for them there. Wardu, he was a strong beast when he was on the ball. When he was off the ball and prepared to challenge and push and harrow and shove. The minute anybody touched him or went anywhere near him, he fell over. So, I think there's probably a lesson in being clever there for our players as well at times.
Yeah, I thought they looked quite a good, solid team actually.
It didn't look like we didn't give anything to think about for me, and that's always my mantra. When we've been at games, one of my philosophies is whatever's going on, even if you're playing crap, give them something to think about. Put the ball where they don't want it to be. And when we got those opportunities, we didn't. We either gave it back to the keeper, we gave it across the back four, or we just lumped it, and we seemed tentative in those tough moments. Yeah,
I thought we when we had, looking at the stats, we had twice as many passes as they had on the which is great, but one shot on target. We just didn't get down. But I thought they were a decent team, Fleetwood. I think they're going to be up there. They've only just come down from League One. Yeah, I thought they looked good, but we did have more possession, and if we can just do a little bit more in the upper sort of third, then down the wings, I think we'll be fine. But losing JDS early on, that didn't help.
No,
and we got Rose.
He's not off for a long time. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I don't know how good a player he is, but he is an international, so he's going to be a good player, isn't he?
I've got a vision. If we can free him up, getting down the wing at home, he's going to be a bit of a star for us.
Yeah,
as with a number of players that we've got, relies on him being on the pitch, doesn't it? And I'm not criticising him because clearly he was in a lot of discomfort.
But just going back, I still think defensively we're still not quite right yet. I don't know. We look a bit. They had some more chances where there was a couple of players unmarked and they had a shot and weak shot. Can't remember. It was in the second half, I think, and. He should have scored. If he caught it clearly, he would have scored. There was two players unmarked, so.
Yeah. And I think that was the same when the goal came in, wasn't it? There was a couple of them got round. It was Green and Swan Thorson on one side of the box, knocked it into the box, and there was two queuing up, and Corey was nowhere near. We overall had a decent game, but the back four were nearly on the blooming goal line, and Corey 2 or 3 metres behind the players that were running into the box.
Yeah.
You're always going to struggle with that.
Yeah, but he's only a young lad, isn't he? When you think about him, he's 20, isn't he?
Yeah, it's 2021.
Surely.
I mean, my notes on him prior to the start of the season this is probably his make or break season.
Yeah.
He's been up and coming for the last 2 or 3 years now, and you can only be up and coming for so long, can't you?
Well, yeah.
I'm hoping he gets enough of a chance this year to be able to get a bit of game time, and I think he'll be like a new signing if we can keep him.
Yeah, yeah. But I think Thompson, when he gets fit, he'll probably come back in the team, won't he? Because he was good last season.
I agree.
Yeah. So
we're going to miss him.
But yeah,
for the first 10, 12 weeks of the season out. But then he's got to rehabilitate and get himself back to fitness as well, though.
Yeah.
Match fitness as well, because he's basically missed half pre-season, hasn't he? Or what he did do in pre-season looked more or less on to wait.
Yeah. I thought Hume played well. I thought he looked good. He's a good player. We definitely kept the ball better than we did last year. Sorry.
Talking about that, I mean, we had 65.9% of possession.
Mm.
We had 5 shots and none on target. And with their 34% of possession, they had 9 shots and 4 on target. So that's something we've got to work on, is making that dominating the ball being something that we can hurt the opposition with. Because it's easy to have the ball and just have the ball, isn't it? Not do anything with it. We've got to do more with it. I mean, they had 10 corners to our 3, which suggests how often we didn't get forward. Yeah.
But our keeper didn't have a lot to do, did he? That's the thing. When the goal was just a simple goal, really. It was just a pullback, really.
Put that down to him either, and the chance that the guy Mayer was in for a header, and he read it right and was just on the spot, wasn't he, to pick up the close range header that was created in the first half for Fleetwood.
Oh yeah, that one. I thought that he should have done better with the header, really. But
he should have buried it past him. But he was in the right place at the right time. It'd have been easy to be diving out of the way of it, I suppose.
Yeah, but the keeper, he still had to save it. But it was a good chance, that. But I think they could be up there, Fleetwood. So, but Town I think we'll be fine. But we've got to keep a lot of the players fit. Don't get Vernon injured and JDS. God, I mean. I feel sorry for him because he's only first time in, like.
And Donovan Wilson's a player that we've all said could be really good for us if he stays on the pitch. Today, I thought he was a bit absent in the period of the game that he had a bit of dominance.
Yeah, I didn't really see. I think he needs balls behind, over the top of, to run onto. Yeah. And we didn't do any of that today, really.
Holohan would normally have played through.
Yeah. Holohan, yes. What Davis could be that guy if he, once he
flipped one ball into, I think it was Rose towards the end of the corner, but he just almost flicked it forward in his stride as opposed to pulling his foot back and playing it. And I thought that looked quite classy, and I was quite impressed with that.
I think he'll be a star once he gets his. He's only just come in this week, hasn't he? So
and I think that's why he didn't start. Was that for that very reason?
Yeah, Crofty was saying. Crofty was saying on the radio that he was surprised that he wants Davis and the guy from Brighton wasn't starting today, but they've only just come in this week, so they don't know what they've been working on, do they? Or tactics, and they've got to brief them up quite quick. Exactly. So I thought it was. I predicted the team. I won't fire out with it. I just think. Green. He is what he is, isn't he? He's a hard worker.
I've had it said a few times. Is he going to be the first name on the team sheet? Probably not.
No.
Is he dedicated to the cause? Yes. Is he committed?
Definitely.
He's going to work hard? Yes. What's his level skill-wise? It's probably National League, and I don't mean any disrespect to him. He probably is doing well to be in a League Two team.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a bit, like Clifton, isn't it? He's not very technically gifted, but Green doesn't score any goals either. That's the other thing. He doesn't score many. Clifton did come in with a few goals now and again, but I don't know how he got.
When he's playing well, he did.
Yeah, when he was improving, but yeah, I thought defensively we could be better. I think today we looked Rodgers. Occasionally he gets caught, doesn't he? If he gets turned.
On his day, he looks a great player. But I think
looks like class, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's got an error in him. And the one thing last season showed was that he's a confidence player. And I can't remember, one of the games we got a Tonkin in, it might have been Walsall, it might have been Doncaster. I felt that
Doncaster
saw the confidence drain out of him in front of him.
We saw it, didn't you?
Yeah.
He couldn't pass a ball. He passed it out. He was gone.
He was just like,
gone.
Am I a footballer? And
what
am I doing here? And it was a real shame. But I think towards the back end of last season, he came back to form a little bit. And I think he played well alongside Doug Tam in getting us safe. But I think he's one of those players. We need him on the pitch and having a good game, and somebody with an arm telling him how good he is. Which was another comment that Artel made tonight about some of these lads don't realise how good they are. I think sometimes that's true. You do need to realise and have a bit of belief. I think
they are good players, so I think it's good overall. I thought we did all right, but I didn't expect us to get anything today. There was only one goal in it, wasn't there? So it's
and that's the encouraging sign, isn't it? Is that in a game against a team that's come down, probably been able to attract some sort of fairly solid players. We've held them to one goal, which is probably a good thing. And then we've just not been able to score, and I think that's the biggest probably worry we've got today. Is that lack of sharpness is not there in terms of ruthlessness.
Yeah, well, we could say we've got a game next on Tuesday night, cup game, which is a free one, isn't it? If you like, chance
it's a chance to play players and decide whether you're that bothered about the Carabao Cup or not, can't you?
Yeah.
But like I say, nobody's going to criticise particularly if you wanted to try something else.
I'll get Danny Rose fit. He looked okay when he came on. He started running behind them a little bit, didn't he? Yeah. Won a corner.
So
we know what
that was from the ball in by David.
Yeah,
but he's had an interrupted close season or pre-season, should I say, as well as
we'll see. We'll see how. I guess Davis has come in because I noticed on the squad numbers there was a number 8. Is it number 8 and number 9?
Yeah, missing.
Yeah, so Davis will be number 8, I'm presuming.
He's 7.
Oh, is he 7? Is he?
He's already got the 7, and the 8 and 9 are missing. That made me wonder whether we were looking at somebody else. And David Artel, when pressed tonight, was talking about how many players do you want to come in, and he says, "I'm not going to say whether there are 1 or 2 irons in the fire still."
Yeah,
and that remains to be seen.
All right. Jordan Davis is 7, is he?
Yeah, and it's 8 and 9 that are free. So I think one thing I was encouraged by and that always encourages me when the manager sees the game pretty much how I've seen it, and there's no kind of does he watch the same game as us? I thought his disappointment in the areas we were disappointing were the same as mine. There was no massive difference. We didn't really test the keeper though, did we? I didn't think as much as we could have done, maybe. But and that's the point. Another thing that really got to me. So like any fan, you want your team to do well.
Yeah.
And with 10 minutes to go, you think, we should be going for it. Really, throwing everything.
Yeah.
And we seem to just stick to the pattern, and we don't. There was one piece of play ended up with we had the ball moving forward, opportunity to play it forward into one of the front guys, Barrington, Rose, and I think Cameron Gardner was on by that point as well. Whoever it was had the ball, passed it back to Rodgers, who passed it back to Wright, who picked it up and left it to their keeper.
I remember that, yeah.
I'd as soon as pushed it forward, tried to get the ball, looped the ball into the box and it gone to the keeper that way. But at least one more ticket bought for the lottery that you're not going to win if you don't, isn't it?
Yeah, he must be told to do that though by Artell. Keep the ball.
It's part of the structure that they're trained into. I think fans particularly find that frustrating.
Oh yeah, just passing. So definitely what
fans.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just looking at the Barrington's 14, isn't he? On the squad numbers.
Yeah.
So there was 8 and 9 missing. Yeah, 13. No 13. Unlucky. Yeah. Yeah. So
the others seem to have gone for their favourite numbers, don't they?
Yeah. But we've got plenty of players, haven't we? I just don't know how many more we can bring in, really.
Yeah, the two first year professionals are in there as well, don't forget, although one of them did get on the pitch today. The only one I don't really know that much about is Harvey Cribb, and the only thing I know about that is they do seem to rate him pretty highly. So.
Yeah. Who's the other one? Harvey Cribb and
Cameron Gardner.
Gardner. Yeah, he came on. Yeah, that's well. At least he did change it, didn't he? Today, I'd tell.
Yeah, and it was forward changes as well.
Yeah, Ainley, come on, and there was was it Ainley, Gardner and Rose? Yeah, so we can't fault him for that. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll do well. I'm thinking we're going to be mid-table this season.
Yeah, that'd be progress. I think as a fan, you always want it to be better than that. And I think it's almost that childish, if you like. I want in your head as a fan that you're struggling with, especially at the start of the season when you're full of optimism.
I know. I just don't know which way it's going to go, do you?
1-0 defeat, and it's here we go again.
Oh, it's just like I mean, if I was going to predict a score today, I would have probably gone for that a 1-0 defeat.
1-0 or 1-1. I was really hoping. Yeah. I really wanted a win, hoping for a draw. Obviously, you expect possibly a 1-0 defeat, which is what happened actually last pre-season. If I remember, we played them in a pre-season friendly and got beat 1-0. If I remember rightly. Yeah. So
that's the first league game today, wasn't it? Yeah. Against them.
Yeah, but I didn't realise that. I've seen him play at Town, but that must have been a National League game. I'd not realised.
Yeah. A certain Jamie Vardy scored.
I recall that as well. Thinking, who's that?
Was that away? That was at their ground, wasn't it? Was it their ground?
Well, we played him in the National League home and away, but.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jamie Vardy.
He scored at ours. I think we beat him 2-1.
I can remember. Remember the goal. He scored it. It was a blooming top corner job from 25 yard out. Yeah. He didn't go on to do it, did he?
No. I mean, he's only going to play for crappy clubs who are not going to win anything anyway, even if he gets up the leagues. What do we know?
Well, absolutely. So I think, so Cheltenham next Saturday will be
it's the important game of the week, isn't it? In terms of getting Town fans have got very little love for Cheltenham. I think we've had some run-ins with Ben Tozer stamping on people, and I think we always like to beat Cheltenham if we can.
What's the other guy we ate?
Harry Pell.
That's the one. We repel him.
He's lost his ACL, hasn't he? He's out for
oh bless.
I won't wish that on anyone particularly. But
how did they do today?
So I'll go through the results actually. We've got Walsall beat Morecambe 1-0. MK Dons 1, Bradford 2. Cheltenham 3, Newport 2. Doncaster 4, Accrington 1.
Doncaster? Did Harry score?
It's a good question.
I know he was sub.
Molyneux got 2. I think he scored theirs against us last year.
Yeah.
And Billy Sharp.
Billy Sharp. He was. I did look at theirs. He was on the bench for today. I did look because Harry Clifton was on the bench as well.
Oh, was he?
Wimbledon,
Wimbledon 4, Colchester 2. That was 3-2 after about 35 minutes, actually. 30
I saw that,
It was 3-2. Colchester 2-0 up after 9 minutes. Wimbledon came back with 3 goals in 25 minutes to be leading at the break.
Okay.
Then you've got Fleetwood 1, Grimsby 0, as we know. Barrow 1, Crewe 0. So that's quite a tight game. Finished in the first half with 22nd minute winner. Salford 0, Port Vale 2. Harrogate 0, Bromley 2. So Bromley have had a good start.
Yeah, I've seen that Michael Cheek scored again. Why can't we? We should sign him. Why can't we sign him? He played for Grimsby
I
instead.
think we were linked to him a few years ago, probably when we were in non.
Yeah, well, cheeky little move that would be, wouldn't it?
Would have been, yeah. And Gillingham 4, Carlisle 1. So that's a good result for them. They've been well backed, haven't they, by their owners for some time now. And
they have, yeah. Well, Carlisle got promoted, didn't they? From the and then they came straight back down.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how they do this season. But that's not looking great. And then you've got Tranmere 0, Notts County 0. So probably a decent start for those two.
Well, the league table, I know it doesn't mean out, but we were second from bottom at one point, and now we've gone up the table. We're 18th now.
That's progress because we finished 20th, 21st last year. So
we're
progress already.
It's looking a bit familiar though. Teams down there: Colchester, Harrogate, Morecambe, Salford.
Like I say, it's a bit skewed at the minute. I guess over the next few weeks we'll see how things play out. So probably back end of September we'll have a bit of a better idea about what sort of season we're going to have. And it would be really nice this year, and I think we said it many a time last season, not least when we did the little trial snippets for this podcast against Forest Green, that the home fans deserve a bit of love this season and a bit of entertainment.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to be more attacking at home. Go for it.
Yeah.
We'll get Danny Rose back up front, and then hopefully play 2 up front if we can. At home. The stats. Passing. 536 passes we had.
Yeah.
Opposed to their 262.
Shows how much of the ball we had, but we didn't do enough with it, which is what the other side of the stats tell you.
Clear-cut chances, none.
Yeah, exactly the point, and that's exactly the point. You've got to you've got to put the ball where they don't want it. One of the other frustrations of mine is professional footballers can do wonderful things with a ball that you and I could only dream of, and we managed to unearth new players to overhit corners.
Well, yeah, Barrington.
Yeah, bless him. He's only a young lad, so I'll let him off.
Yeah,
that kid will be so skillful. It's unreal, and yet he can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when he came on, I thought his socks were rolled down already, and he looked like he just got up. I thought, come on, you're supposed to run on.
These young lads, they probably have just got up.
Yeah, so I was like, no, I was saying when he just come on, he looked like he just sort of said, "Oh, I'm on." I was like, I think he wasn't ready to come on, was he? I don't think he was primed to come on, but
the best will in the world.
He looked all right.
I don't think he was expected to come on after 20-25 minutes.
But
I think,
but he's got to have something. So
yeah, from the perspective of Danny Rose, I think he was Player of the Season by a mile last year. One of the things that you just said about playing at home, hopefully we get somebody up alongside him, because I personally felt bad for him last year because he flogged himself to death on his own last year up front.
He did, yeah.
He did a marvellous job. I think he deserves that bit of support, and he's been a great lad for us. His heart's in it, and a bit of support. I think how much better it could be.
Yeah, definitely. So Wilson has got, we know what Wilson, he can finish. He's just got to get the ball. He's got to get the balls behind them a bit more, maybe forward a bit quicker than we did today.
Yeah, I had an interesting exchange with Jason Stotwood at the back end of last season, and he was talking about budgets and what he meant by his terminology around budgets. And he was saying that what the stats tell him is that unless you spend over £4 million on a budget, it's pretty much you can throw the dice and see if you get a 6, to see how good your squad's going to be. So spend over 4 million, pretty good chance you're going up. Spend less than 4 million, it's pile of luck. He wanted to make sure that when we spend money, we spend it well. One of the things that just struck me is how we compare, or we struggle to compete against teams that are getting in 3,500, which was the crowd today at Fleetwood. You wonder how those clubs, and they can't be being run sustainably. That is one thing that's really clear to me.
Yeah, they're unstable off the pitch, aren't they? They got through, was it 3 managers last season, Fleetwood, and yet they can still put a team out like that and only got, like you say, three. Well, what was the kept crowd today? 3,000.
3,525.
Yeah, so 11. Yeah, 1,000 from town. So it just belies belief, doesn't it? You honestly think, how can they be better than us?
So even if all their season ticket holders turned up and no one else, that says there's 2,500 of them.
Yeah.
So
it's ridiculous. We've got twice as many season ticket holders
as they have everybody who managed to rock up.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that is suppressed by the fact that it was on telly to Sky subscribers and whether people stayed away because they wanted to save money from a home game. I don't know. But Town, the advantage that Town have got is all that season ticket money is in the club now for 5,200 people.
Yeah,
so
they've already got it.
That are the full season's worth of money up front, which has got to be good for the club. And I think in that way, that's one encouraging thing. If we can blend that with a winning team or a team that's doing well, and see what they want to do, and you can get entertained by it. I think we're onto a winner. But it's frustrating while we get there.
Definitely, yeah. We know we've got the fans and that. We just need the team to do it at home. Definitely need a better home performances this coming up and away, really. But home, definitely. We shortchanged last season. There were some terrible games.
Agreed. I think I don't see a repeat of that this season, but I'd like to see more than just that not happening. I don't want to see a load more draws instead of getting dumped 5-1.
He said on the commentary, didn't he, how many draws?
He said more than one.
He said, it's ridiculous amount of draws. See, 35% of our games were draws last season, and we know how many were close as well, and we should have won.
But that did cost us, actually. That cost us massively, because I think we looked at it. I think we won more games than Tranmere, who finished mid-table, which was ridiculous. But the number of points we dropped because we drew was it 16 draws. That's 32 points lost from not winning, although maybe some of them were great to draw. There was
Tranmere. Is it Tranmere or Doncaster? I think Doncaster, didn't they drew, or they lost about one less game than us or something, and then
in the playoffs.
And they were back, up there in the 8th. So
they were behind us at Christmas. They were below us.
And they went with massive
10 or 11 wins together.
Yeah.
Interesting area. So, looking forward to next week back in front of a league crowd at Blundell Park.
I can't wait. Yeah, gonna be.
It feels a long time. It feels now like it's gone quick. Now we're back.
Yeah, well, the transfer, through the summer, seems really slow. But then they've got there in the end, haven't they? Just got the players in. But one point, I was like, are we going to have a team? Are we actually going to have a team to?
We as Town fans, we've seen all versions of that. We've seen us being slow off the mark, picking up the last minute deals and what have you. Then we've seen last season, us getting in up front and getting the players we wanted, and then 3 months later, we sacked the manager because they've let him down.
Absolutely, yeah.
So last season we thought we're making good business here, and it didn't turn out right. Yeah. So this season feels probably like it's a bit more considered, and they do feel like they've gone out to try and look for some stars, even though it's kind of stars off the radar.
Yes, it's recruitment policy looks like it has changed. But I think we can't wait till next Saturday. No. We'll get full house. Could be Cheltenham won't. No, Cheltenham won't bring many, will they? But could be 6,000 there, something like that.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Nice. Hopefully, it'll be a proper early season weather like it was today.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that nobody keels over in the crowd. Something like that happened today.
Did I thought there was trouble at first. They were all looking towards the Town fans, weren't they?
And pointing, and the camera
camera
was pointing away, and then I think they pointed over to show that it wasn't trouble, as in fighting. But God bless the person, whoever it was, and hope they're recovering well. Nothing too serious, maybe a bit of heat, too much heat.
It was hot. They said it was hot there, wasn't it, today? So you could tell it was hot as well. But So next Saturday we're going to get a win under the belts and then climb the table.
I love your optimism, Steve. That's what we love about Town fans. I think I always try and be optimistic until a game has just ended, and I'm probably one of the worst Town fans to speak to. after a game when we've lost. But, I try and
I know.
put a sensible head on at some stage.
I know. I'm always optimist. But I think we've just got to win it, make our home form good this season, and then
build on that with picking up points away. You can afford to pick up points away on and off, can't you? Then if you've got a consistent fortress at home, and it's been probably quite some time since we've had what we'd call a fortress at home. The National League promotion season wasn't too bad, but we had our moments, didn't we? Even in that season.
Oh, we did. Well, that run we went on, we lost 10 games in 12, was it? And we still got promoted.
Wellston away to Wellston at home, I think it was.
It was.
November to February. Was particularly poor. So yeah.
I believe that's like two seasons ago now, is it? Or 2 years ago we got promoted, wasn't it?
May 22 when we came up from So we've had 2 seasons in League Two.
June. It was like June, wasn't it?
May was the
went right into. Yeah. And then, so this pre-season seems forever. Yeah. It seems like a long time.
4 weeks last that year, didn't they?
Yeah.
In other out of club news this week, I see John McAtee turned down Wrexham in favour of Bolton.
Oh right, I've seen that. Yeah.
So he signed
Bolton.
For Bolton yesterday. So
right.
Hollywood FC 0, John McAtee 2.
I'm so pleased about that.
Or what was it? Ryan Reynolds said about him. Fucking McAtee.
Yeah. I bet he said it again now.
I was just going to say the same. I was to see if I can draw that.
So are you going to sign John? He went, no, I'm not signing for you lot. Oh, fucking hell.
So that's, Wrexham 0, John McAtee 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm pleased he hadn't gone to Wrexham. Didn't know that. That's good.
That would have been a travesty. I noticed as well that Adam Summerton, the move for Jordan Davis to come to us, wasn't lost on him either, that a scorer from that game had joined us.
Yeah.
Does that make it 6-3 to us now? I mean, because he's
6-3. Yeah, 6-3.
Counts for us now, that goal.
Yeah. Oh my God, that game was just ridiculous. Somebody, was it? Saying what's the best game ever?
Bruce.
Town game. Bruce. Sorry. Yeah. And I said, I put a comment on and saying that it's got to be the Wrexham game. He said, "Oh, what about the Liverpool game?" Well, I was at the Liverpool game as well, but I'll still say the Wrexham game, to be honest, just for what was on it
and everything.
And everything. Liverpool game, massive scalp. The holders of the cup at the time, and Jevons, the goal, and everything. The timing.
Describe that as one of the greatest and one of the biggest, but just for a ding dong game where it was absolutely meaningful. It was everything that day for the club, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the crowd, the atmosphere between the fans and that, it was right next to the Wrexham fans.
For a relatively low number of away fans in a crowd like that, 1,200 was not a great allowance, but it was so loud, the away end.
Yeah. Well, it's the first game I've ever taken my shirt off, so it must be exciting.
Yeah, don't do it again.
And he got photographed.
Yes, when we get the YouTube version of this going, we'll put some on.
I'll have to start working out if I'm going to take my shirt off again.
Working out. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably do some reminiscing on some big games one time on these things. So that should be good.
Yeah.
So.
I
think that's probably about us for this week, Steve. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to doing a bit more Three Fish on the shirt. I'll show you
definitely.
the 3 fishes and kiss the badge.
Oh yeah, you got stand up. I can't see it. So look.
Wrexham blue shirt on. I say Wrexham,
right.
I mean this is the one we wore at Wrexham for that game, as I now refer to it.
That game, yeah. Yeah. All right then, mate. Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks for joining myself and Steve today on Three Fish on the Shirt. Feel free to join us again and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Fish. Up the Mariners.